Welcome to JEE Max Mains Advanced Extreme Series. This is season 2 of JEE Max. So far in season 1, we have completed very good important lessons of JEE Mains and Advanced topics. Today in season 2, we are concentrating on complex numbers. And this is about lesson number 4 of complex numbers. And through this season 2, we are completely concentrating on the entire complex numbers because complex numbers is the one of the most important topic in entire mathematics. A question is a guarantee for both the mains and advanced examinations especially. And in the first 3 lessons of the complex numbers, we have learned all the analytical definitions and the basic information of the complex numbers. Again, I am requesting all of you, please don't forget to check the description there. I am providing a very good question papers and assignments along with this video. Now, through this lesson number 4 of complex numbers, we are concentrating the argument of the complex number and principal argument of the complex numbers and easy process for calculation of the complex number. Okay, how to for a complex number, how can we find argument and principal argument very easily? That we are concentrating in lesson number 4. This is another important area in the complex numbers because so far in 1, 2, 3 we have learned what is the complex number and the representation of the complex number in Cartesian form, in ordered pair form, and basic addition, multiplication, and inverse and division properties of the complex numbers, and also what different types of the complex numbers and the modulus of the complex numbers. Everything we have learned up to now. Now, in this lesson, we are concentrating the argument. What is an argument of the complex number? Actually, majority of the authors in some of the textbooks, if I have observed it, they simply defined the definition of the what is called definition of the argument as z is equal to x plus iy. Then argument of z is denoted with a or g z, argument z. Argument of the complex number a or g z, or sometimes they can write like this. And they defined this as what? Tan inverse y by x. Simply they can write this as tan inverse y by x. Because in several textbooks, if I have observed it, they defined the argument of the complex number z is equal to x plus iy like this. That is tan inverse of imaginary part by real part. But there are some flaws, drawbacks, especially with this formula that I am explaining with the following examples. Thereby you will understand what are the drawbacks with the formula tan inverse of y by x. Why are you not getting exact argument of the complex number? Then what is the original definition of the complex numbers? Everything we will learn in this particular lesson. Okay. Now coming to this example, what will be the argument of z is equal to 0? Z is equal to 0 means 0 plus I0. So tan inverse of 0 plus I0 is tan inverse of 0 by 0, which is indeterminate form. So argument is not defined. But as per definition, what they define? Argument of a complex number as tan inverse y by x. Because if z is equal to x plus iy, that is tan inverse of imaginary part by real part, which is not defined. Coming to example 2, suppose if z1 is equal to minus 1 plus I root 3, then what is argument of z1? Argument of z1 is nothing but tan inverse of imaginary part is root 3 by real part is minus 1. That is a tan inverse minus root 3. That is minus pi by 3 as per the definition of inverse trigonometry, or 2 pi by 3. Similarly, if argument of z2, what is my z2? If 1 minus I root 3 is my z2, then what is the tan inverse of z2 minus root 3? Again, here I will get it. Here also I may get 2 pi by 3 or minus pi by 3 or 2 pi by 3, which is not correct. So z1 is different and z2 is different, and here we are not getting the same arguments. So z1 and z2 are different, but their arguments are what? They are not correct. So so argument, what is the original definition of argument? That here I am giving, stating like this. The argument of the complex number z is equal to x plus iy, which is not a non-zero complex number, which is a non-zero complex number, that is both x and y are not equal to 0 simultaneously, then it is nothing but the system of equations, the solution of the system of equations. X is equal to cos theta is equal to x by root of x square plus y square, sin theta is equal to y by root of x square plus y square. Here, these two are what? Trigonometric equations, simultaneous system of simultaneous equations. So, if we have solved these two equations, the solution so obtained for this system is nothing but the argument. That is the original definition for argument of the complex number. Okay. For example, see here, suppose z is equal to 1 minus root 3i is given for you. So, what is, suppose theta is argument of the complex number. So, what is cos theta? As per definition, x by root of x square plus y square, that is nothing but what? 1 by root of 1 plus root 3, and that means 3, that is 1 by 2. Similarly, what is sin theta? Y by root of x square plus y square, that is y by root of again 1 plus 3, that is y by means minus root 3 by. That is equal to minus root 3 by 2. So, my argument of this complex number is nothing but solution of the system cos theta is equal to 1 by 2 and sin theta is equal to minus root 3 by 2. That is cos is positive, sin is negative. Cos is positive, sin is negative. Cos is positive, sin is negative is possible only when theta is in the fourth quadrant. So, for what value of theta, cos has 1 by root 2, 1 by 2 and sin has root 3 by 2 in fourth quadrant, that is possible only for theta is equal to minus pi by 3. So, if theta is equal to minus pi by 3, cos theta is what? 1 by 2, which is positive, sin theta is equal to minus root 3 by 2, which is negative. So, my argument of the complex number z, which is 1 minus root 3 is nothing but minus pi by 3. This is the way to find the argument of the complex number. Similarly, suppose z is equal to minus 1 plus root 3i is given for you. So, here as per the definition, as usual, cos theta is equal to what? X by, that means minus 1 by 2. Similarly, sin theta is equal to what? Y by, that is root 3 by 2. That is cos is negative and sin is positive. Cos is negative and sin is positive is possible in which quadrant? That is in the second quadrant. So, for what angle in the second quadrant satisfies cos theta as minus 1 by 2 and sin theta as root 3 by 2? That is possible for theta is equal to 2 pi by 3. So, my friends, here theta is equal to 2 pi by 3 is what? The argument of the complex number z is equal to minus 1 plus I root 3. This is about what? The argument of the complex number. This is the methodology to find argument of the complex numbers if any key is given for you. And argument of the complex number is denoted with what? ARG, that already I told. If z is a complex number, then argument of z is denoted with argz, ARGZ or ARGZ. This is argument z. It is what? Angle. So, argument means what? Angle. So, don't get any confusion. In complex numbers knowledge, instead of using the word angle, we are using the word argument. Okay. So, argument of 1 minus root 3i is minus pi by 3. Argument of minus 1 plus I root 3 is 2 pi by 3. If you are thorough with finding the argument of the complex numbers, then complex numbers chapter is nothing for you. Everything is in your fingertips. And simultaneously, with the help of the argument, if you are locating the complex number on the argand plane, then you will get 100% clarity and confidence on the complex numbers and its geometrical orientation. Now, coming to, it is clear that if theta naught is one of the solution, because there exists several things. because they for the two simultaneous, how to find how, if cos theta is equal to alpha and sin theta is equal to beta, then what are the some lambda or zeta is common solution for both the equations, then what the general solution we can write it as 2n pi plus zeta, like that, because there exists infinitely many number of arguments for a complex numbers. So if theta naught is one solution, then for the above system, 2n pi plus theta naught, this indicates what? The general solution. This is called argument of the complex numbers. So for a complex number, there exist infinitely many number of arguments. Okay, for every complex number, there exist infinitely many number of arguments. This is the general value of the argument of the complex number. That is 2n pi plus theta naught. What is theta naught? Just now I told. What is theta naught for minus 1 plus I root 3? That is 2 pi by 3. What is its general value? 2n pi plus 2 pi by 3. What is general value of argument 1 minus 1 plus I root 3? That is 2n pi minus pi by 3. Like that. Okay, this is what is general value. Now coming to principal argument. See, here whenever that argument lie between minus pi and pi, whenever that argument lie between minus pi and pi, then in this case the argument, that means the value of theta, is called principal argument, and it is denoted with PR arg z. As long as we are in the complex domain, whenever we are finding the argument of z, it is nothing but principal argument of z only. All other results coming next coming lessons, though they are mentioning argument, but you should understand that it is nothing but principal argument only. If anything specially has mentioned, until that we just go for and solving every problem with help of principal argument only. So what is the principal argument? If the argument lie between minus pi to pi, this is very, very important. Then only we called that argument as principal argument. And what is general value? That is 2n pi plus theta. That is called argument. So there is a difference between argument and principal argument. Principal argument is always unique, whereas argument need not be. Principal argument of the complex number, if exists, that is unique, whereas argument need not be. Okay, that is about principal argument and argument. Now coming to, see, try to understand the below table very clearly. Suppose if z is equal to x plus iy, a complex number is given for you, and that z contains only real part, and that real part is positive, then principal argument is 0. And the complex number contains only real part, and that real part is negative, then argument is pi. That complex number is purely imaginary, and that imaginary part is positive, then our principal argument is pi by 2. That complex number is purely imaginary, and the imaginary part is negative, then argument is minus pi by 2. Clear? That means argument of all complex numbers which are on right side of x-axis, they are 0. Argument of all complex numbers which are left side of x-axis, which are pi. Argument of all complex numbers which are on above y-axis, which are pi by 2. Argument of all complex numbers which lie on imaginary axis, below the imaginary axis, they are what? Minus pi by 2. And this is about important easy way to find argument of a complex numbers. And please practice this table of graph, and with the help of the graph you can write argument of the complex numbers in a quick manner. Here for that, the simple process to calculate argument of z is like this. So whenever a complex number z x plus iy is given for you, you find first alpha, which is equal to tan inverse of mod of y by x. This is important. Forget about their signs. You just find the tan inverse of mod of y by x. Let it be alpha. Then, if both x and y are positive. That means if that number is in the first quadrant, then our principal argument is the same number. Principal argument is the same number alpha. And if x is negative and y is positive, x is negative and y is positive means if that number is in the second quadrant, then principal argument is pi minus alpha, because always principal argument lie between what? Minus pi to pi only. That's why. So if it is in the second quadrant, that means x less than 0, y greater than 0 means the complex numbers are in second quadrant. Okay, in the complex plane, if they are in the second quadrant, then principal argument is pi minus alpha. What is alpha? Tan inverse mod y by x. And if x greater than 0, y less than 0, that means they are in the fourth quadrant, then principal argument is minus alpha. And if they are in the third quadrant, x negative and y negative, then principal argument is minus of pi minus alpha. You practice this one, you will get complete awareness on finding the principal argument without any mistake. Without any mistake. Because if you are thoroughly concentrating on finding the argument without any mistake, there you will solve several problems. Because now in the coming sessions, majority of the problems are depends upon this basic information only. That's why. Please practice this one. For example, z is equal to, say, 1 minus root 3i. So what is my alpha? That is a tan inverse of modulus minus root 3. That is a tan inverse root 3. Tan inverse root 3 is what? Pi by 3. Since x is positive and y is negative, x is positive, y is negative, so my principal argument is minus alpha. So minus pi by 3. So principal argument is equal to minus pi by 3. But original procedure is what? You have to write the simultaneous equations cos theta and sin theta, and you have to find the common solution for both the equations. That common value of that both the equation is nothing but the principal argument, and that which lie between minus pi to pi. That is a tedious process or lengthy process. To control or to save the time, this is the method to find principal argument very easy way, in easy manner. Okay, suppose z is equal to 1 plus root 2 plus I. Suppose this is given for you. What is alpha first? That is a tan inverse 1 by root 2. 1 by root 2. I don't know. Tan inverse 1 by root 2. Let it be. Because x is positive and y is positive. Therefore, what is argument? Therefore, tan inverse 1 by root 2 enough. But 1 by root 2 you find by logarithmic table. You will find the corresponding value for alpha. You will get the argument. But understood that always the value lie between what? Minus pi to pi only. That is important. So these are the basic information, basic steps one should practice, and this is the easy way and simple process to calculate argument of the complex numbers. Okay, my friends, if you like this video, please share and subscribe my channel, and please don't forget to press the bell icon. There you will get the complete notifications, and we will meet with another lesson soon. Thank you.